I want one.
Hey, and welcome to Sisters in Lit in Life, where we discuss the lit we read and life. I'm Layla.
All right.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Shannon.
And this week we are discussing They Call Him Nas by Casey Mills.
Yay.
Okay, who chose this book?
Whitney.
All right, Whitney, give us our rundown.
All right, I'm trying. Gosh, I read it last week, so I'm trying to remember. So this book, don't remember. We have Day, right? Yeah, Day, and she is an escort service company owner.
Business owner, yeah.
She's the company owner. So she runs this service where she matches, escorts, not sexually, to take out guys or whatever like that. Not sexually, because that's a difference.
Just a date.
Yeah. So we run into this guy. His name is Giannis Nas Kader, and he needs a date for his sister's wedding. And his mom and sister be pressuring him, so he's like, "Let me just hire an escort to take me to this thing, so they stay on my business." So basically, he goes. And Day is like, "Well, you can't just get in here. You got to make an appointment. Like, we got to go through weeks and weeks." He's like, "Nah, I want you," or whatever, basically. And she's like, "He's fine, whatever. Oh, okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to fight it, but I'm going to go." Essentially. So they get to this wedding. It's like 5 hours away. All this kind of stuff. They take a road trip. Basically, they get to the house, have this wedding, and they feel this connection. And we learn that Nas had a wife and a child that were killed in
Girlfriend
and child, and they were killed in a car accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, how they killed? I can't remember. Oh, she was killed at like some kind of robbery or whatever.
She was out shopping.
And she was killed. Nothing to do with him. But he lost them. So he's very much like, my heart is never gonna heal again, and I don't want a woman, and I just want escorts because they know what their business is and they know their place, and I can't, whatever. But he gets this connection with Day. And basically the whole book, up to like 75%, is their story about her denying feelings, him denying feelings, them always fighting the feelings, and coming in hot and heavy and fucking a couple times here and there. Good bit of times. And then, just, not knowing really what's up. He has this whole life where he's not trying to figure out what happened to his father, but there's things that keep coming at him. There's a U.S. Marshal or a detective named Marshall, who's like gunning for him to get him caught up because he's a businessman, legitimate. And then he does a lot of, I don't know if it's drugs or gun running. He does a bunch of shady stuff behind the scenes too. And he's like this all powerful man. Like, you say Nas and everyone knows who he is. So basically he has all that going on. The brother of his ex-girlfriend who was killed is basically like, "It's been 3 years and you still not grieving. Fuck you."
Was that his voice? Was that his voice?
Fuck you, man. It's been 3 years. So he starts like basically threatening him, like, "Well, you never loved her, so I'm gonna take all your shit that you love," or whatever. So I don't know, but all this crazy stuff happens. So that's really the book. In the end, we find out like they do live each other. They get married and have twins. Blah blah blah.
Oh, so you're not giving a spoiler?
It's a cute. Well, I mean, even the spoiler was like, "Is that a spoiler?" Like,
I was just saying, because I mean, the point. I guess the whole the situation with the dad dying.
Yeah. So his dad is murdered like years ago, and I guess it comes back to find out that his not stepdad, the person who kind of filled in for him, is the one who ended up killing the person that killed his dad. And I'm not really sure who killed his dad. Isn't that it?
No, his ex, the girl that died, her dad.
Yeah, her dad was the killed him.
Yeah,
but she's saying the
guy
that was his dad's best friend,
Xavier.
his partner. They all had the tattoos.
Yeah, he ended up killing the ex-girlfriend's dad because he was like, "I didn't want you to have to go through that." And he was like, "It should have been my choice." But I mean,
the voice. So you listen to the audio.
The audio. Okay, so let me tell you the audio. Nas's voice. I love Nas's voice in the audio. I could not stand her audio delivery.
Oh, it was the opposite for me. I liked her voice better than his.
She talked like this the whole book.
He spoke too swiftly, and he didn't open his mouth and enunciate well.
I just liked his deep voice.
Come on, narrator critique.
Yeah, I did not. Her voice. I was like times 220. Get past her part.
But how could you hear him at that speed? Like listening.
Oh no, I slowed it down for him.
Oh, you had to because he didn't enunciate well. Like he had. I don't know. He wasn't.
Yeah, but I think maybe listening to the audio. Anytime she talked, I was like, oh my gosh. But so yeah, basically that's like there's like I guess the big part was finding out like her dad was the person that killed his dad, but really it's not even super relevant because they're both dead. She's dead and the dad's dead. So it's like you really can't even confront anything about
that. It was supposed to be like this big plot twist, but it failed. It fell short
from. I feel like if it had been
Dave's dad
that had killed him, that shit would have been good.
That would have been good. Now there was a little plot twist that Dave's dad did end up working with Nas, and Nas knew exactly who her dad was, and so she didn't know that they had dealings, but that was so minor, and they were like, "Oh, okay."
And they were legitimate dealings. Like he's like he used to be a boss back in the day, and he sold all his stuff so he could be a family man, and he's a construction guy now. So he legitimately hires him to do this project, which is basically to help facilitate him laundering this money. But the construction part is legit. So like that's
and he's doing a good job. So.
So it has nothing really, like, even that was kind of like, like it
wasn't the only thing that made it just a little tense was that her dad knew the kind of man Nas was. Like, I don't want my daughter with you. But then he was like, okay, listen, I can't make choices for her, but you better not hurt her or it's going to be some problems. And I know who you are, and that don't matter because that's my daughter.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, it was just, I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Like there's a few, like their connection. I like their connection in the book. I felt like, she had a mouth on her and he wasn't putting
I wanted a little more drama.
They didn't have enough drama. It had some drama, but I think, what did you call it, Rayn? You said it was like entry-level urban fiction.
Yeah, it was real meat.
Like it's
and if she would have tweaked a couple of other things, it wouldn't have been urban fiction at all. Like,
other than the guns and
it could have been if you
take out that really made it urban.
What they did for a living, the base of the story was just a romance.
I feel like what they did for a living in some other books, it's mafia. That doesn't necessarily mean it's urban fiction. This almost didn't qualify for me. I didn't get a lot of repetition. I didn't get a lot of folks being called out of their name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. House
Little Hood. This wasn't a hood book.
It's not. This was not. It was
politically is politically correct, like urban fiction.
This is the definition. So the definition of urban fiction is actually more of like a book and fiction written in a cityscape. That's like the definition of urban fiction. I can't remember. It's really vague. This is that. This was not a hood urban fiction.
Right.
It was It was legitimately, if you were to go to a bookstore and mingle with all the clears in the bookstore, this is that book there.
The clears.
No.
It was given like really young adults, not like kiddie young adult, but young adult.
Because
but I'm saying not kiddie young adult.
It
wasn't.
It was just urban fiction.
It was like to me, I didn't see this urban fiction. Even based on your definition. Say your definition again.
It's like a fiction book let me look. I looked it up one time.
But these people were rich. They didn't live, they weren't in any place that I would even consider super urban. They had a lot of money.
But was this urban fiction?
So do we consider, like, what part of the city are we considering urban? Like,
so this is the definition. Urban fiction, also known as street lit.
See, this not street.
Is a literary genre set in a city landscape. So they're in a city.
They're in a city.
They're in a city. It's an urban, like, it doesn't have to be Manhattan.
So under the big umbrella of urban fiction, it falls under it.
Yeah.
But then
this was just a romance.
This is just much defined by the socioeconomic realities and the culture of its characters as an urban setting.
But see,
the tone for urban fiction is usually dark, focusing on the underside of city. So him being into money laundering and even her being into the escort service, like even though that's not bad per se, it's not something you just go, oh, let me go to the mall and pick up an escort. It's like a little bit more under. We can't hear you.
Well, I see her business kind of like Patty's business, the matchmaker.
Who
like
Patty?
it was this YT lady. She
You
was
don't know who Patty is? The matchmaker, the millionaire matchmaker.
Yes, the millionaire matchmaker. And that's what I see this as.
I ain't no fucking millionaire, nor do I need a matchmaker. So why the fuck would I know who Patty is?
It was a show on Bravo. It was
It was a reality,
but it was good. It was good.
It was good. It was
and
good.
It showed you how these millionaire folks are. And some
you know how you begin all of a sudden these lists pop up on the news talking about, oh, her black book got released. She had the black book.
Yeah.
So she would have made the Goodreads list.
She would have. So people with regular incomes.
Yeah.
She had a list of them, and she would invite them to her meet and greets, and the millionaires would get to walk around and kind of introduce themselves, and you got to narrow it down to 3, and then you would have a one-on-one with those 3 women or men, depending on who the client was, what they wanted, and then you chose one person to go on the date. Now she is monitoring your behavior during the date because she wants the millionaire to ultimately find someone. Some of them she had to tell them about your behavior, like especially some of the men. Oh, you really just trying to get in her panties, or you really just trying to do this, because she had rules. It was no kissing like on the first day, definitely no sex, because she wanted you to respect these women that she's making available to you. You couldn't use this as a brothel.
Yeah.
So
basically back to the urban fiction.
Same thing.
We can go all day on Patty.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I get it, and like you said, the larger umbrella of what urban fiction is, but this just wasn't, a hood book. This wasn't a hood book.
No,
that is true though. That there were not the jobs like the escort business owner. I don't think I've ever read, not in the forefront of my mind, a book where
not like that.
Somebody was in there.
Just not like that.
Running the whole escort service.
Yeah,
it might be some pits and holes.
Yeah. Right.
But not no.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a little seedy, because even her
not no whole elite service.
Yeah, even her business.
No, but what's funny is that I have a book idea that I can't write for the life of me called Madam Mistress, and she has an escort service.
Yep.
This is the first book I've read where.
But there is a book by the name of Dead Broke. I love that book. And I don't care what nobody says if y'all read it. It's called Dead Broke and Going Broke. It's by Trisha Russell. And she works for service, but she just...
I think I've read a book like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Like again, because where they're escorts, and they're and then they trying to hustle or whatever they're doing.
Is it plie?
Not where...
Don't they kind of have an escort? No, because even though she's a dancer, she meets him through that service.
She meets him at a BDSM club.
Was it a club? I don't know why it was just a one-on-one where it's
a BDSM club because she's submissive, a professional submissive, and he's a dom.
It's kind of the same. An escort for
they have some clubs like
BDSM.
that. Join a club.
It's
the girl was the
one.
A
club here. I found a club here. That's sad.
Not her talking her now.
Later. We'll talk about
it later. How far away are you guys? Not that far. I feel like Casey Mills, she did a great job writing. The writing was great.
Absolutely.
There wasn't a whole bunch of run-ons and crazy shit talking.
Not at all.
I could follow the story very well. There wasn't a lot of random plot holes or what the fuck happened here. Like everything had a loose and that was tied up. I think she just needed to add a little bit more drama. Even like the assistant Cammy or whatever the girl's name was. Her assistant
was crossing the line. She
started to pop off a little bit. She had kept bringing up, we should do this for the business. I thought in my head, I was like, this bitch about to backstab her and start her own business. I definitely thought it, but she didn't. They ended up making up and being best friends again.
Take the clients and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna do something crazy because I thought that would have been some interesting drama because the drama came from him. The little bit of drama there was. She didn't really have a lot of drama. Hers was just
either. What drama he had?
He had the daddy drama and the
but not in relation to her, I guess.
No,
like they didn't have
her.
No, oh no.
And then but she didn't have her
about general drama
issues. Like he had like the Marshall, he had the ex-brother-in-law, he had the daddy thing going on, but she really just didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Like her story was just him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it was
peaceful. So I guess if you don't want no toxic, if you want a pure, good, wholesome story.
Thuggish.
No, it was
where two people come together and fall in love.
Some white collar crimes, you know.
Look,
I mean,
it's just
laundering. I'm trying to do that.
Blue collar crime.
Blue collar.
It was nice. It was sweet.
It was.
The only issue she had was literally her friend was too nosy. Like what?
Yeah, that was the only issue she really had was that her friend. I can't remember the girl's name.
Oh, let me see what her name is.
Kima. That's it. She just was trying to be nosy, and I honestly was like, "Oh, this bitch about to steal all her ideas. It's going to be crazy."
I want some mess. No,
I was ready for some mess. A little bit of mess.
Just live a life of peace.
I don't like peaceful writing.
This was just a life of peace.
Yeah, but you know what? For 400 and something pages, was it 415?
It could have been 2.
It could have been a lot shorter. Oh, peace sign balloons. But I mean, the sex scenes were fine. It wasn't anything super ridiculous or out of this world. Like they were fine. They was fuzzy. And I think him killing that guy at the club because he was trying to kill her. I was like, okay, it's violence, woo. But that was it. And then they fucked right after that. So I was like, ooh, heat of the moment. And then he cut her off for like 2 weeks because he was like, I'm falling in love. But yeah. Okay.
Was that it?
That was it for me. I gave it a 3. I'll probably read now. You did say that her book Bash and Pharaoh, those are sequels of each other, like Bash and then it's Pharaoh, right?
Mm-hmm. Much, much better.
But I might read that. There's another one of hers I wanted to read, like Whisper Dancer. I can't remember what it was. I love the cover of that book.
Shadows and Whispers.
I want to read that one. But I feel like with her, I like her writing style at least. I could get through the book. So at least I know I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, her sentencing structure, all that is weird. I just need her to have a graspier story to tell, I guess. But yeah, that was my take. What'd you guys give it?
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
I did not like I said, it wasn't a bad book to me. It wasn't a great book. But I really don't have, as far as the book itself, I really don't have no complaints. Because like it's nothing really it's not a book for me. Like it's not a book I'd be like, oh, it's good. Like you gotta read this for me. But I know there's somebody out there that probably would love this book. Like if you like a more tamed storyline that, you know, 2 people meet in an unexpected situation and they fall in love, a little bit of family drama on the backside, but they are not beefing. Like it's not a story where, oh, I found out you cheating, or you don't know how to, you know, love me, and so we arguing left and right. All that ain't really going on. It's like we meet, we get to know each other, we fall in love. You got a little family drama. I'm trying to, I don't know if my daddy, I really want to introduce you to my daddy type of situation, but then we live happily ever after. If that's a story you're looking for,
I'm telling you,
me,
I have so many dramas I could have added. Like, what if the girl Corey and the daughter actually didn't die?
You don't want no drama.
I know, but what if they hadn't died and they had been pulled into like protection from the father or like some crazy stuff, and we find out she's alive the whole time, and his baby's like 6 now, and woo, that would have been wild.
I could, yeah.
Or
for me, I like a little drama, but
or if Faye's daddy would have been the one who had her killed, or you know what I'm saying, like
that would have been awesome.
Yeah,
because he used to be.
I thought there was. I was like, I thought for a minute that's what it was, and I had to go back and reread. I was like, oh no, we ain't even talking about his dad. I mean, her dad wasn't talking about her
Like
dad.
we only really saw her daddy when he came in that scene. Whenever her daddy comes to see her at a business, and then he and Nas end up kind of speaking alone, and she's like, "Don't have a pissing contest."
Yeah,
is that what we were going to really say?
It wasn't. I mean, it was cool. The book was all right.
It was well written. It just wasn't drama. It was not toxic enough for some toxic people.
So if you like me, you want some real mild, you want a cute love story.
I would call it, you know, that cozy mysteries. And this is a
cozy urban fic. I mean,
cozy
romance, not even
because it was sweet at the end. The ending was so sweet because yes, like we find out, like okay, yeah, they did get married, and they like she even gets along with her in-laws, which you know that's definitely got to be some damn fiction almost.
My in-laws love me.
We do.
Next on the docket.
Right. Next on the
docket. Top 5 for 2023.
We're gonna go in order.
What I got.
Are we going in order?
Absolutely.
Okay. So number 1 for me was Kingdom by W.S. Greer.
I had to read that this year. I'd have put that. I love that book. That book's freaking good.
Oh,
that book is so good.
Not in my top 5, but definitely it will be a 6 off the bench.
Because y'all know I was still at the beginning of the year and a majority of the year reading some self-help stuff. So a lot of the stuff I read was for the podcast. Okay. The Other Mistress by Shanora Williams.
I can read that.
Wait.
Let me get my TV
yeah. Okay. Yeah, you did say
that.
Wait. I remember. Okay. Yeah.
Of course, Fourth Wing by Rebecca
Yarros.
Did we read that
2023? Yeah, they came out in like
at the beginning of the year, and in November the second book came out.
Yeah.
Dang.
I know, right? I'm going back right now, making sure all the books I have on here and this.
Oh, I did read that. What was the Other Mistress about?
Where the woman.
Don't say it all the way because I'm gonna
like
read
I can't tell you a whole lot because then it'll be like if I tell you
don't worry about it.
Almost
it said I read it. It said I gave it a 3.
The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. That's a little
okay. That one I remember that one.
And
psychological thriller, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix.
Okay, that was a good one. That was definitely good.
Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy is like I'm going back to my January. I didn't know a lot of these books I didn't read until I read this year. Like I did not know that Shattered Glass I read this year.
I read that.
I read that.
No, you didn't.
It says January 2023.
The lies. Goodreads be lying. That's why I'm going to Storygraph because I could have swore I read these books.
Maybe that's when she finished it. You know how like
it started it,
like if she started it at the end of 22 and finished it in January.
No, I finished that in like mid-January. It says, and it only read it in a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it called? Cindered Glass or Shattered Glass?
Cindered Glass.
Cinder.
Oh, okay. Because I got that over there. I bought that book. It's over.
I remembered you talking about Cindered Glass.
I love Cindered Glass. I think when we did the mid-year review, I had that on my top 5. Because we did this mid-year. We did like a mid-year review of what we read, and I remember that being my top 5. Skippy.
Oh, I'll go. In no particular order.
Oh,
no particular order.
Okay.
Real by Kennedy Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Fourth Wing. Hold You Down. Tracy Brown.
So good.
Oh, that's so good.
Ruin. Is in my
top.
That book is good. Do you have that book?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't see it over there.
Yeah, it's black. Like I just got In the Gray. In the Gray in my top 5. It's a good 6 man off the bench though.
It is. That's good.
I got In the Gray for Christmas. But anyway, and you know I had to give it to +1.
You read that this year?
Yeah.
Hey,
you know
Why does it seem like 2023 just like
I didn't know you in 2022, Shannon. I didn't know you in 2022.
I didn't know you.
Don't do me. Don't do me.
I'm saying we read that together.
You're right.
So we read together.
We read that book together.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so hard. Okay, so
it is. I got like 8 on my list.
I think that's
8 on your top 5 list.
So again, I guess mine will go in no particular order either. And mine are so different. Everyone else.
We already know.
So one of my favorites was That Sick Love by Jessie Hall. That book was so good. It's a dark romance.
That book was good.
Oh my god!
Wait, y'all gotta go slow because I ain't read all these. Hold on.
Here, I put it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Rayn.
I should have typed them in.
This book might not be the one because you didn't really care for Honey Adeline.
It's a whole lot of it's a whole lot of that going on in that book. They doing a lot.
I think he make her drink his blood at one point. I can't remember, but
it probably
it's very, very possessive, but it's so good.
What is it? Is it Sick Love?
That Sick Love. And the sick is spelled SIC or SIK, and it's LUV. But it's by Jessie Hall. And it was a tie for her because she has 2 of my favorites, Hawk and Jessie Hall. So I picked.
We ain't doing no ties.
I picked That Sick Love over that book. And then one of my favorites was Anonymous Acts by Christina C. Jones. I love that book was good.
That's so good. That is
Anonymous Acts.
Yeah.
Anonymous Acts. That's the one where they meet in the chat room.
They meet in the chat room and things proceed.
Yes.
Because her computer fucks up and virus and shit and all that. And yeah.
She owns the fingernail polish business.
Yeah. But I like that story a lot. Obviously Fourth Wing. +1.
That's 5, Whitney. Wait a minute, how many is there?
I got one more. So it's gonna be a toss-up for me. Shit. I think okay, so it's probably gonna be the Chaos World. Oh, I can't decide. I'm going with Chaos World. No, I don't know. It's either that or Vicious Bonds. I can't decide between
Vicious Bonds. I'm gonna decide for you.
Okay. We'll do that. Because those two, I was trying to think of things that I read so much fantasy, but I feel like all my books couldn't be fantasy. I had to give a variety. So I got
whatever your 5 is.
Don't let nobody
bully you.
That's right.
Urban romance. I got some, I got a monster alien one on here, but I let that one go because she was fucking a spider. So
she was fucking what?
A spider.
Wait a minute. You know what?
Don't
I almost put on the top 5 the one that you had me reading where the trees was having sex with people.
That was
You
fine.
was gonna put that on there?
I was kidding. No, I was not gonna put that on. It was a good book though. It was weird.
It was not a bad book.
It was not a bad book.
It was not.
The door book was weird. I'm not gonna lie.
I bet the door book was the doorknob book.
Yeah, I did trick. I said, just read this, guys. Just read it real quick. Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. That book was so good too.
What was it?
If Only for the Week. That was good.
It wouldn't be my top 5 for the year though.
No, it's not my top 5. It was just good.
It was good, but not even in the top 5 conversation.
Yeah, it's not a top
in
5.
comparison to what we read. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Because I still got
the ones I have. I feel like I had it. Yeah.
Because In the Grave we read some.
In the Grave was so good too, though.
We read some good books.
That's my shit. Okay, on to me.
Okay, Jill. Let's see what you got.
I'm going, and like Rayn said, in no particular order, because I can't order these. But I'm gonna go In the Grave. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go Hostile Takeover. Okay, In the Grave by B.B. Reed.
Hostile Takeover. We read that, didn't we?
Yep. Hostile Takeover by CCJ. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Wicked Ties by Shannara.
Okay.
Who?
Over Vicious. You liked Wicked Ties over Vicious?
Yep. Yes.
Dang,
I like
that was the second one, right?
Yeah.
I like the backstory. Love the backstory. I'm gonna go Priest by Brisha Day.
Oh, I didn't read that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gonna have to type in chat or something because
I'm gonna type them in right as soon as I'm finished, and then I'm gonna go Sir Devereaux by.
I heard y'all talking about it, but I didn't read it.
Latoya Nicole
on my TBR.
Yeah, I need to read that one. I need to read a little bit more urban fiction.
Okay, so that was my list.
Woo. Hey, Crystal, type what your list was if you had to pick your top 5. Let's see what's on there.
While she typing, honorable mention, go to what book I read? Hold on. Pretty Girls.
Yeah, that was a good psychological thriller. Had me on my seat.
Crazy.
Stupid women doing stupid shit.
that book is crazy.
We read some good books this year.
Man.
Towards the end, it fell off. I'm not gonna lie.
Kind of in the middle.
Back up
before November.
November was a good month. November was a good month.
Yeah, before Fantasy Month, it was like, oh Lord.
But where we fell off at is that Will and picking these random ass books. Once we start being like, no, read this.
Yes. Yeah.
The book is good. Starting with the.
But why couldn't we do that when we was picking the books out of the?
You know why? Because no one had ever read any of the books.
The ones that we had before.
Right. We were saying it can't be a book that you read. It was on your TBR list.
So then
once we started saying, "Hey, y'all, I just read this book," and most of the consensus hadn't read it, it's like, okay, let's read that.
Yeah, because it wasn't a book.
It started with that book club book.
Which one was
it? The Vampires.
The Vampire Book Club book.
It did. It did.
Yeah, it was up from there. It's like
after we got
I was like, y'all read?
I feel like once we hit November and we knew the books we were going to read for Fantasy Month,
right? And then it was just like
that. It was all us after that. Yeah, because like even the books like that we did pick, if I may not like, there's some like I'm like, oh, this wasn't my favorite, but I could see why people liked it. Like I could see it. Even
we
like
get no trash.
Yeah, even like My Name, they call him Nas. I could see why someone would like that book. I could totally see it.
Yeah,
it just needed more for me. It just needed more for me. But because I feel like whatever October month that it was rough.
September and October was
it was like everything after summer was rough. It was hard. I want to go back and see all. I think every book we had was 3, 2.5, 2.75, 3.5. Nothing got like a 4.
Somebody said on one of them, do we have to give it a star? I think on one of them, it was like, God,
yeah, we have to rate these. Like, it was,
which one?
We didn't, huh?
Because it was a couple DNFs. I had a couple DNFs. Like
I finished them, but I ain't put them to my Goodreads.
A couple that should have been DNF before they was on the shelf. Right. It was trash. My personal opinion.
I'm trying to think of I think even some of the books I read on my own, like just from hearing like the girls I follow on TikTok or Instagram, even their book picks had to been like kind of fell off real bad. And like I'm a dark romance girl, so like I was like, oh, this book right here. Oh, and I was like, this is not good. They don't usually miss. So I feel like even my genre I like can go to with no like with abandon, it was still kind of I did read about like
recommendations from nobody but y'all.
I don't suggest it.
Anybody got any ins and outs for 2024?
Well, obviously we got to read all the rest of Rebecca's books for Fourth Wing. Hopefully she drops 2 next year or this year. We got to read because she has 5, so we got at least one's coming out this year. At least it has to be.
Come on.
And then we need Shannara Williams, the last one in her trilogy.
In the trilogy.
Yep. I want to know how that wraps up. Even A. Crosby, I want to see her sequel for Chaos Welder. And then
I'm rereading that book because I feel like I didn't. I feel like maybe I missed. I had.
It just probably wasn't for you.
Yeah. No, I want to reread it because I feel like maybe
I said the same thing
it or something.
Maybe you just read it in between. So good. You read it in between. Vicious Bonds.
I'm reading it again.
Yeah. But even what's it called? Who has this book coming out?
Especially if we're gonna talk about the second book, I gotta read it again.
Right?
Yeah, I ain't fucking with y'all. Not fucking with y'all.
Yeah. I don't really know if I have any other.
Hey, how you doing? Happy New Year to you too.
Yes, Happy New Year. I don't really know any other really like, I can't wait to read it. There are a bunch of my TBR. Like my goal for this year would be to read more physical copies that I have, because I have so many books on my shelf that I just haven't read.
Yeah,
like it's ridiculous.
Like I'm like, some of these things I've been breaking my ankles getting the books a million for. I need to read some of the stuff that's here on my shelf.
Like it's bad. So I'm gonna try to read one physical book every week at least, because my Kindle be in my hand religiously. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got me a Kindle.
Oh, you did get it.
But you don't like it.
I'm gonna do a raffle for this one.
She don't. Oh, okay. You don't like that one.
I'm raffling this one.
What's the difference? How are they different?
Oh, where's the other one? Hold on, let me go. Because this is the black and white. I don't like the black and white shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're supposed to tap the button.
Oh, you're supposed to button still?
Yeah, mine has this one. This one has a button. I don't like this shit.
Which one did you get? Which is the newer one?
I got a fire.
While she's getting that, Crystal put her top 5 in, y'all. Demon's Dream, Pharaoh, Tattoo Your Name on My Heart, Drawing in Resurgence, and Colliding with Fate.
Dawning and Resurgence.
Baby, I tell you now, Demon's Dream gonna be my
top. Oh, this is Dawning and Resurgence.
I have a
124.
That's my first book I read this year. I just finished it. Baby, that's gonna be my. I already know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hard year, because I feel like a lot of the books, like there's not one there's no urban fiction is going to beat Demon's Dream.
I don't know.
I like
fantasy, romance, tap dance. Y'all not beating that book.
Not tap dance.
That's motherfucking good. You hear me?
I'm only 60%, so I still I like
so
it's good.
She put Colliding with Fate.
What was that one? I don't think
like
I read
Colliding
that.
with Fate. I didn't read that.
I didn't read that.
Oh, I'm gonna talk about that off of what you call it.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna read Pharaoh, so I'll read Pharaoh.
She said Demon's Dream is what? She said hot stuff. Is that
spicy? Fire.
Yeah.
That book is
caliente.
It's good. It's very good.
10.
All 768.
Which is what we'll be discussing next week. So,
about this.
Oh, okay. I haven't read a book by her,
but I've heard something about her.
That's that book, Worthy Love or something. That's that book. She had posted. I saw somebody do a little snippet of that book, and something in there is disgusting. But they say that book is really good though.
I have Pharaoh if you want me to send it to you, Whitney.
Oh yeah, I'll take. I have Bash. I don't think I bought Pharaoh.
Do I have?
I might have to go. I have to check my shelf, but that'll be my physical book I read next.
Check my shelf.
Is Bash. Oh my gosh, I was watching TikTok, right? And there's this girl, and I don't have nearly enough books yet, but her friend bought her a scanner, and you hook it up and it goes to your phone, and you scan the barcode, and it digitalizes your personal library on an app. So it catalogs it and everything. I was like,
why would you want it? What's the purpose?
I don't know. She has thousands of books in her house. I don't know.
Once I read it though, more like
I'm saying, so what is the purpose of doing it on your phone? Okay,
I don't know. It just looked cool, and I said,
"Is it to catalog? Just for the catalog?"
It's just a catalog.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know what's on your shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I might should have done that because I know somebody got one of my CCJ books. Between the best one, the one you know what I'm trying to say. Which one? But behind the scenes. My book is not on the shelf. I had to send her a text message.
Oh no, that wouldn't have been me. That wouldn't have been me. You would have got hunted down for that book.
I don't know who. And I know I didn't let anybody borrow that book. So I just sent her a text message. Hey, do you happen to have a copy? She was like, I got one. Put it to the side for me, please. Thank you.
Can you tell her to put me one to the side too?
Oh,
does it have a color?
Sign mine and send it to me.
What you say? Ask her to sign it. Is that what you said?
Yes. And send it to me. I'll give you the money. Tell me how much it is.
I will.
Who wrote that?
That's my book.
Christina C. Jones.
Have I read that? What is that?
I thought we read it with the group. So they're working on a movie set.
It's like Real, but by a different author.
I can see it though. Is it a colorful cover?
It's kind of a pinkish.
It's like a sunset type copy, and then it has the words in cursive and has the two
Faces,
characters.
faces are kind of like right there.
What's it called? Behind the scenes?
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring it up on my Kindle.
Yeah.
She said we read it in book club. I guess we didn't read it.
Oh, we did? Oh, no, I didn't read this in book club.
You sure? Where was you at?
I wasn't here for this one. Yeah, it looks like this.
What is it like?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh no, that's not what I'm picturing.
Yeah,
it's good.
But it's really good.
Let me go ahead and read. Let me add that then to the TV. I didn't read Really either though.
Oh, that book
really so good.
I haven't been wanting an emotional book, and I feel like both those books are emotional.
That is an emotional ass book.
Because I know that Kennedy Ryan writes emotional books. Like,
yeah, they always have a happy ending. Though I wish I didn't know that about her.
Yeah,
that she always has a happy ending. Always. I wish I didn't hear her say that because I'd be wanting.
But see, yeah, because even with her books, because she really doesn't write urban, so all of her books, all of them have some type of romantic, plot twist or theme. So they do end on.
She said that, like I've heard her say that in interviews, that she always does a happy ending. So when you're reading books and you're like, I don't know,
are they gonna make it?
If you're wondering, are they gonna make it? Are they gonna make it?
Because I know that I know she's gonna make it. Yeah. So I wish I did.
But one day she's gonna throw a twist and it's gonna be a happy ending, but it's not gonna be between the two people that should have the happy ending. Watch. She's gonna reel it in on y'all. Man, we had a good year of reading though.
We did. And 2024 is starting out pretty good.
It's starting out great. I feel like we're doing good. I can't wait till next week.
Crystal said, I've never read a book that doesn't have a happy ending.
Never?
I can't say that.
Shit, I just read Guilty Gucci by Ashley Antoinette, and that shit, it was not a happy ending.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of these urban fiction.
You've never read a book with a cliffhanger? Because most of those aren't happy endings.
Yeah, or what was it? Jessica Watkins, Secrets of a Side Bitch. Like, it was like, oh my gosh. When Secrets of a Side Bitch 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 25. God, no. That girl, like, how did she get? She like a cat. She got 9 lives.
Nope, not 9 lives.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Somebody should have been popped her upside the forehead.
Nope.
Oh, Hold You Down doesn't have a happy ending.
It doesn't. It sure doesn't.
It doesn't.
And it is so good. No, ma'am.
Oh, I haven't read that. She said Christine has a lot of cliffhangers. You know what? But some of her series, it finishes off. Like the story has a good ending, but you do need book 2 to you don't need like book 2 to just feel complete, but the next book. Who was that book by Rayn that you said?
Tracy Brown, Hold You Down.
That book is so good.
She coming out with her last book, R.I.P. Tracy Brown. I think it's called Brooklyn.
Ooh.
I was so upset that lady had passed away because that book should have had a sequel to it because it doesn't end.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh,
and it's so sad. Like I was crying. That's the only book. That's why it's not.
I cried. I think I cried twice.
I literally was crying like real tears.
Yeah.
That's the only book that's ever had me like that emotional. Like other than me cussing the people out in the book.
Oh, well, it's probably a good thing you didn't read the book that made people cry then.
Oh, The Secret Life.
No, just playing. What book was that? The people were crying, or
The Ugly Man.
That book wouldn't have made me cry because I was over there.
Was he mad at it?
That was over. Just like in like Demon's Dream. I promise you, I want a box dream so bad. Oh, I want a box.
Yeah.
Even
they.
I want a box.
I wonder if, like, okay, let's do an impromptu hypothetical. Let's say you are Dream, right? Okay, you're Dream.
I would punch my dad in the face. I would punch my brother in the face. Like, what?
Damn, you just punching everybody.
I didn't even give you the hypothetical.
She did it. She did it. She just came out fire.
Okay, so your Dream, right?
You think she might be a brat later, but in the beginning, I think that's a bullshit. Okay, go ahead. I was just reading.
Let her get the question out.
Wait a minute. Somebody was saying something. I was commenting on Crystal's comment. Now I'm gonna be quiet.
She is a brat.
She just was stupid.
So
hold on, we not even supposed to be talking about. No, hold on, no.
She gonna give a hypothetical. She gonna give a hypothetical. Then we.
No, you can't do it. You gotta save all your ammunition for next week.
She
can't even talk about it.
She gonna get this work next week too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Just save write your note down. Save your hypothetical because there is the conversation for next week. If it ain't pertaining to your top 5,
it's gonna make them want to tune in next week.
One of my favorite parts about
Okay, go ahead with your hypothetical.
Okay, so let's say your drink, okay, and you are thrown up into this situation, right? And then Damien is your guy, right? You know the nigga crazy. He meet him covered in blood, okay?
In blood.
You just not gonna fucking listen? Like, what you want me to
box
do?
her.
Like,
and
just listen. She always
740 pages of bitch. You ain't learned.
Just listen. Like, there's some internal monologue. Yeah, bitch, I'm cussing you the fuck out in my mind. Of course.
What's the hypothetical though?
Of course.
Oh,
right.
What's the hypothetical?
You not gonna the hypothetical. This is my hypothetical.
That's a hypothetical.
You
see, can I give you some advice? That's
you see
some advice.
You see him. He said, "I wish a bitch would."
I wish a bitch would. But even Crystal says here, she's like she would have fought Damon because he pulled her breast. There's not a lot of books
care about that
you read
if you're finna lay
where women have braids, right? Or locks or anything when they're getting them wrapped around. I was like, yes, because she had her hair straight.
That's why they long. They long for a reason.
He wrapped them braids and said, "Bitch, you listen." I was like, "Oh yes."
Oh, not that part. I don't want you to grab me and do me like that, but if you grab me to do some other stuff.
Every time he grabbed her throat, I was like, oh.
The book was good, but she got on my nerves. I wanted to fight her.
Yeah,
but
even her sister too. I'm like, bitch, you just can't listen.
But she learned. The sister learned way before Dream Ass did. She had a little bit of sense.
Stay in the car, Dream.
More sense.
Get out the car, bitch. Why are you getting out the car? I told you to stay in the car. You know who I am, right? They could be here to kill you. Stay in the car,
right? It was somewhere else I just read where somebody didn't sit in the damn car. People don't listen when they say stay in the car.
You're supposed to stay in the car. You can roll the window down and still listen.
What was I just gonna say?
You crazy.
I think the girl, they was like that. She ain't listen. Was she in there not listening? In Nas.
No, she listened pretty well. Because she didn't really want him fooling. She's like, don't bring that shit to me. Maybe it was probably the book before. What was that one book? The book we read before. A millionaire. I left a lame nigga for a millionaire. She probably didn't listen.
I can't remember.
What was that book about?
She was just out of the loop. She was
Whitney. You say you finished with the book or not? You say you still reading?
I got 60. I'm only at 60%. I'm gonna finish it.
Okay, I can't even tell you. Oh, you said you at the birthday party.
Take your notes. Take your notes and for next week.
All the times I would have busted her motherfucking mouth.
Make a note, be like page 48, bust her in the face.
Okay.
Page 202, bust her in the face.
That's what I'm reading.
Look, page 285, bust her ass to the white meat.
Yeah. Oh my God. I just it's like I know in my mind, I would never want someone as possessive as that. I know it. Like I know in my mind.
We can't talk about it because we gonna keep.
Okay, so whose book is this gonna be? Rayn, this gonna be your book. You gonna do a recap next week?
I recap.
Yeah, this one deserves a Rayn's recap for sure.
Right. Okay. All right. Anything else I got, y'all? Are we done?
Have y'all seen Wish?
I haven't seen Wish.
Oh, not yet. I'm gonna watch it.
It's such a good movie.
Oh,
is it on my box? I'm gonna go watch.
It's probably on there.
It is. My mama. I just told my mom to watch it the other day.
Yeah,
it's such a good movie.
My daughter probably will like it.
Wish on a Star. Okay. And you know who the star is? You're a star.
Oh, Rayn. I needed that for
2024. You're a star. You get a star. You get
like a motivational speaker. Oh my gosh.
You come here for book talk and motivation.
You can change one person at a time. You can make a difference.
Oh. If you donate 99 cents of your check every week,
put my cash out. Put my cash out.
We'll send you a vial of sprinkle of water. You can sprinkle around.
Oh my gosh, that's
you can make a wish.
Motivational water.
You too.
What do they do? Don't they even mail people out seeds? Like you plant these seeds of faith in your yard. Like
save the rainforest or some shit and plant a tree.
Send me your problems and I'll make a wish for change.
I'm about to be inundated.
Maybe. Well, all right. Y'all got any life? I know we're early today. This is a lot. But anyway,
next week.
But we got to do that to preserve everything for next week.
All your time, because it's probably going to be like 2 hours for 768 pages.
So what's the information for this book? Author, all that. So if people want to read it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put it in the comments.
Oh, they know Demons Dream.
Yeah,
they do.
They should know. If you don't know, you need to know.
You don't know.
Now you know.
If you start today, you'll be finished by tomorrow, okay? Because it's dead good. You won't put it.
I started it last night, and I was like, "Why am I up at 2:00 in the morning?" Oh my gosh!
I started it today.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. And the only reason why I didn't get further is because I had to read the last hour of the book we were talking about today.
Yep, I had to finish our book today.
Yeah,
I was like,
I kicked myself too.
Stop saying stuff. I haven't started. That's what I was kind of like. No, they keep saying stuff about the book. I haven't started it yet.
I'm trying. This is a book that I'm gonna try my best not to get no spoilers because it's so good. Maybe you just need It's so good.
Yeah. We'll do your recap without spoilers and then let people know it's coming. Bye.
Spoiler alert.
Pause video, read book, then come back.
I'm happy.
So y'all make sure y'all get that book so y'all can join in on this conversation.
Yeah,
because it's going down.
Yeah.
What was the?
All right. Well, I guess we are done for this episode. Be sure to tune in next week, same time, same place. The book is Demon's Dream by L. Kaysen. Link is in the comments. Y'all have a great week. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
I will see you soon.
Happy reading.
Yes.
Bye.